Hey Clashers, the new WWE Medal event starts tomorrow, and this means you can access the event as soon as it starts with the event building on the top left of your village. With that, you're getting the overview of the pass for the event where you can unlock everything. With that, all you have to do now is to do multiplayer battles. In those battles, you have to take down marked buildings, those buildings with the tickets right above their head, and with that, you're collecting points and you can unlock more and more from the event. The important thing here is all what counts are those highlighted buildings. 1 star, 3 stars, 2 stars, 0 stars, 1 million stars, does not matter as long as you get those buildings. And with those buildings taken care of, you're going to get those tickets for the progress in your pass. This is going to be the overall overview for what you can unlock in this event. 3 event troops. I know, that's a lot. We're going to talk about that in just a second. On top of that, we're going to get access to the Mighty Morsel, which I think is super helpful because with that, you can actually test equipment if you like them in a max state, so you know what to upgrade with your ores. As well, if you want to buy the event pass or any other offers from the in-game shop, make sure that you're supporting your favorite content creator out there. With credit code iTzu, you support me and this channel. I really appreciate that. But let's move on to the medal shop, which means it's going to have a new equipment for the Archer Queen. If you have missed the Electro Boots or, for example, the Lavaloon Puppet and you still want to get them over the new Giant equipment, you can just get them over there as well. But trust me, this new Archer Queen equipment is quite strong because let's take a deeper look at it. The stats already are really nice. More DPS for the Archer Queen, self-healing for the Archer Queen. This already sounds like really good base stats increase. On top of that, when you're activating this ability, you're going to get a really big giant. On the highest level, is going to have 18,500 hit points. That is a beefy tank in front of your queen. On top of that, when the giant is dropping below 50% of the hit points, it's even going to be enraged. So this equipment is super strong. Ability-wise, it's a bit boring, but it is really strong nonetheless. It is going to have a lot of impact on the meta, I think, and well, I will for sure give you some interesting strategies on how you can use it. But let's take a look at the event troops next. Because the first one is pretty much the giant, which you can spawn from the Archer Queen equipment. But instead, it's just going to be even more tanky. Overall, it has pretty much the base stats of like 10 times what a giant has. Because it has as well 50 housing space. So it has 10 times housing space of a regular giant. But on top of that, it has the bonus of, well, you can just have it enraged as soon as it's dropping below 50% hit points. And with 26,000 hit points, an Apprentice Warden is going crazy with this troop because it has so many hit points. The next one, though, has to be my favorite event troop, though, because just the design is insane. And we're talking about Kane. This troop is having 2 stages, but as well, it's going with like a 75 housing space. The first stage is pretty much working like a wall wrecker, directly pathing towards the town hall, and it's going to destroy everything in its path, which means walls included. As soon as it's then going to die, this is where we're going to get to the second stage, and this is where it's going to get scary. This is like an Electro Titans, but in crazy, okay? 9,000 hit points, 1,200 DPS, and 300 DPS aura. That's just going to be crazy, guys. But again, 75 housing space. The next one, though, I think is going to be the strongest of the event troops. And that sounds crazy after what we have just seen with Kane. But this is a Valkyrie. She is going to jump over walls, only targets defenses, and, well, she has 3 lives. That means if she dies once, she's coming back. If she dies again, she's coming back. She is really scary. It's an incredible strong troop, and it's just, I mean, what can I say? It's just really strong. And, I mean, with targeting only defenses and everything, it's going to be not easy to defend. But that's not all, okay? We have even more changes, which is going to change a lot of the gameplay for everyone. Because in multiplayer battle, which includes outside of Legends and inside of Legends, we're going to have the army camps in a different style. Every army camp is now going to have one of those event troops on top. And as soon as you're going to take them out, depending on the color around them, they're going to either join your army or they're going to defend the other village. The troops are always the same, which means the Yeeter and as well the Valkyrie are always on the defensive side, while Kane and as well the Giant are always on your side. So make sure that you're picking the army camps which you're going to destroy wisely. Now I know people might go crazy and say, iTzu, I just want to play normally the game. In Clan Wars, for example, this will be no problem. You can still do that. But as well, I like it just that the game is feeling like fresh again, because it feels different. We never had something like this in the game, and this is why I enjoy it a lot. As well, for all of those people out there who are feeling, okay, that's a lot of ground stuff, I think air is going to be broken, because they can just ignore everything, right? I have really bad news for you guys, because let's just take a look at this. Obviously, you would not put all of your dragons in one spot, but just for like envisioning the Valkyrie. Yep, she attacks air as well, and she's coming back. Not 3 times, but she's going to have 2 lives when she's on defense. And she is dealing a ton of damage. On top of that, one of the biggest advantages for air attackers is that you're air, which means you won't lure ice golems and the more annoying, the more normal defensive clan guard troops. But with the new event, army camps, it's really likely that Kayn eventually is going to run into the base and is going to lure all of those ice golems, or rocket loons, or both. I mean, everything can happen, right? So this is for sure a change for all of those air attackers, which you have to keep in mind. But as I said earlier, I just love the mess. I mean, I just love that it just feels fresh. And for this one season, it just feels like all over the place, which is going to be amazing. In 2 days, I will show you the best armies for every single event troop. But I want to show you today already one of my favorite army compositions for the event troops, which is going to be a combination between Kayn and as well the Valkyrie event troop. That's what I tried to say. I'm combining it with the Yeti clone, but instead of bringing 4 clones, I'm only bringing 3 of them. You always want to go from the far side, because as I said earlier, Kayn kind of works like a wall wrecker, so you just want to have a really far distance towards the town hall if possible. One of the flanks you're just going to take down with the clones. Easy as that, right? Like, you just clone, rage, everything, perfect. Then you have still a couple of few spells left for the back end for your main push. One of the corners you're going to take down with the army, with the siege barracks, and as well with the new 2 equipments, the noble and as well the pants for the minion prince. The king is just not getting deep enough into the base on the flank to really be a big impact on the funnel, and you need the queen inside the core because we want to use the giant, and the giant is not that great on the outside of a base. So instead, we have now queen, warden, and the royal champion going into the core. The key thing for this army to succeed is to not spam all of the Kayns in at once. They are really quick, and this will guarantee lead into your archer queen and your warden getting left behind, and the Kayns are already way in front and just will go down eventually. So instead, we're going to have them kind of delayed and everything. And with that, I mean, take a look at this. I mean, it's just insane. As well, if you're wondering, what do I think about the current armies which are getting affected the most? First off, I think warden walks are going to be a pain, because if you have army camps on the outside, and it doesn't matter if it's your own troop which you're going to like free or if it's a defending troop, either the troop is going to run into the base and your warden is going to follow, or fireball, like without the fireball, it doesn't matter, warden's going to follow. And then the other option is that you have a really angry Valkyrie against a warden on the outside of the base. So both options are not that great. So I think air attacks and as well the warden charges in any way are going to suffer the most over this entire month. And, well, just let me know what you think of this entire event. I have to say, I love it. I think this has to be one of my favorite events ever, because with how things have changed really with the core gameplay. And it just feels fresh. It just feels different. Bases have to adapt again. Do you put the army camps on the outside, inside? Defensive troops outside, inside? What exactly is the plan here? That is for sure something to figure out, and I will for sure keep you up to date, so make sure that you're following the channel. And I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next class video. And as well, remember to follow the channel to know what are the best event armies out there. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.